Hey everyone, so today is day 15 of 30, so halfway through. Um, in many ways, I might not have really thought I would even get this far. Certainly on day 2, I was thinking 30 days is a long time. Why did I say that number? Um, but I've kept having the energy for this, and at the moment I am going to keep going, just expressing something different about me each day. Um, with today being Monday, and like I did last week, I just want to reflect on how the last week has been, and really the whole process has been so far for me in terms of expressing myself. Um, so for me, the last week has been more difficult, I think, in some ways than the first week. Um, I th- and I think this is about beliefs and opinions. I've shared some things that I believe this week, and some things that I was fearful that um, some people might not agree with, or even a lot of people might not agree with. And I find that a difficult thing to do. My intent definitely was to feel confident to express it, regardless of what someone might respond or what someone might think. And my intent was definitely not um, to irritate anyone or even convince anyone. It was to express me, and to feel able to just say where I'm at with my thinking on some topics. So that's what I did. But I do admit and realize that to do that, like, opens me up to my own fears and emotional reactions. Um, and it sort of shows why I would hold these things back in the past. I would hold my thoughts close just in case um, I would feel that sense of rejection um, if someone does disagree. So that's definitely been harder to deal with this week. Um, what I've done with it is try to slow down my thoughts a little bit. So if I get a response, where someone questions something I say or asks further questions, I've tried to slow down my thinking and slow down my emotions related to it. Um, and it's not about what the other person says. I very welcome still any response I get on these videos. And I actually really appreciate how people have, expressed alternative views to my own. Um, and in the vast majority of cases, people have expressed these like with care and with an openness as well. So that's been great. But nevertheless, there's a sense internally that I feel when I am aware that someone does disagree with me. Um, and I think we all have to sort of process those things in day-to-day life. And for some of us, I guess it's harder to process it, and the sense of hurt potentially, or even rejection feels stronger, or the fear of those things feels stronger for some people. And I guess through my life, I've maybe been one of those people where it's felt more intense. I don't know. I guess I can only speak of my own experience. Um, but yeah, so I wrote down a few things, and I'll just share those about how I feel, and with respect to this, you know, when I've had a response, or even when I've wondered just what people think, who I know, and what I know of what they think. I've thought these sort of things. So I wrote them down. It says, they think bad of me for thinking that. They are angry with me for thinking that. I'm not acceptable for thinking that. Um, and let's just be clear, this is not really about those people. These are really internal thoughts of what I think, and I think that's the only part I can deal with. Um, and in response to these sort of thoughts, I respond internally and as a reaction with, maybe I shouldn't express these things. Maybe I should hold back more, and maybe I should be more careful as I move forward, it even creates that sort of thought in my mind. I also get to thinking maybe I'm wrong, I might think things like we all do, but we do question ourselves as well. So that arises too. And I even get tempted to think it would be easier if this person didn't see these things and I kind of excluded them from hearing what I think, because then I wouldn't cause them to feel that I disagree or whatever. So this all has gone on a little bit. But as I said, I've sought to slow down my thoughts. The other thing I've sought to do is separate like the belief from, the relationship, you know. Um, and it's helped me realize that regardless of all that's going on between me and another person, or between me and anyone listening to these videos, there's something going on inside me, and there's beliefs inside me that fuel any of my fears or anxieties or any sense of rejection. And I guess it's brought a realization for me that I equate a difference of opinion with separation and rejection. And that's an emotional identification, I guess. But when I think about it logically, I can see that doesn't need to be the case. It should be very plausible for two people to have a different opinion on a topic, but to still hold that relationship between them, and still value each other as humans, and to still value that connection that we have, and to still stand up for that connection. So I've had to do that internally, to stand up for my connection with everybody. For me not to reject myself, and for me not to reject the other person, and for me to truly recognize that the connection goes beyond our beliefs, and that's something that we all, I guess, should cherish and really defend, more so than our beliefs. It's interesting that I want to defend my beliefs, but am I defending the relationship? And it's just something that's been on my mind over the over this past week. I want to defend the relationship, and I want to be confident in my beliefs, but I don't want to justify or force someone to agree. I simply want to stand up for good relationship and keeping hold of connection, which I think is much more valuable than whatever our beliefs may be at this point in our lives, as we progress through them. And as we all, I guess, need to recognize as our beliefs also change. So yeah, that's how it's been for me this week. That's been the main sort of challenge for me and place of learning for me. And I think I'm still learning that, and I think I will as I keep going through this process. Again, thanks for everybody who's followed on this journey. If you're still watching, and if you're not, perfectly fine as well. I just want to say thanks for being a part of this, and feel free to watch whatever videos I bring out this coming week, if they are of interest for you. Thanks for listening to my reflections at the end of my second week and halfway through. Have a great day.